What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. Last time, we finally got access to being able to spend our days however we wished. We did a bit of seeing what was new with Takemi and Ryuji's confidants, showing off some of the things such as the post-event, some different things with TVs and DVDs and that sort of thing. And we have ended off with heading on back into Kamoshida's palace. We've seen a few differences in the Velvet Room, and we have access to a bunch of things that was in the original game that I didn't get a chance to show off because it was locked under paid content. In this episode, we have a lot to go over. So, last time we saw that there was a bunch of different personas that we got for, well, that were part of the Persona Pack DLC in the original game. We also have access to a ton of costumes. Now, we did have access to some of these costumes last time around, but a lot of them, especially ones that were based off of different Atlas games, those we did not get a chance to show because those were under paid DLC. But we have them now. And it also included a ton of different accessories. So, we'll go over that, but first, accessories. Accessories, while functionally the same, are quite a bit different this time around. Rather than kind of giving you like a nullification to a certain stat, or boosting up stats like strength, magic, or agility, instead, most accessories this time around actually give you various skills. Now, these rings and the crystal, by extension, these are based on various story elements that we'll get into a bit later once we actually reach that point in Kamoshida's palace. It's something that's common within all palaces, but we'll get into that a bit more later. Instead, there's all of these other types of accessories, and a lot of them give access to various extra skills. Like, say, this Ember Ring, which gives the user the ability to cast Agi. So, you could give this to someone like Ryuji, who has electric skills and physical attacks, and he would also be able to cast Agi. So there are a ton of different things here. Various status ailments, healing spells, you have all these DLC accessories, which also give passive effects as well. So there are a lot of things that you can potentially give your various party members. I, of course, have SP Adhesive 3 because that's always a helpful thing to have. But I've also given my other party members various things in the meantime. I kind of more so focused on giving them passive effects. So, for example, the Captain Badge, which gives Ryuji a ton more HP. Morgana has the Featherman Badge, which increases his wind skills. And, Panther, I just gave one of these bonus ones that accessories that we got for completing certain optional criteria within palaces. This one in particular increases the wearer's attack for 3 turns, so an auto Tarukaja, but also, if used in battle, basically acts as sort of a mind charge, or just charge, I guess, but can be used to target other characters, I think. I'm not sure if it's just purely charge or if it can also target someone else. But at any rate, so there are a lot of things that have changed with accessories, despite being functionally the same. And then there's costumes. So, costumes. Costumes do function exactly the same as they did previously. You can basically change up your character's appearance in battle, or just as you're traversing the metaverse. We have access to all the ones that we had before, so all the school stuff, swimsuit, loungewear, that sort of thing. Some of the other things like Christmas outfits and the butler outfit. I don't think dancewear is... I don't think that was for free. By the way, dancewear is the original dancewear. There is new DLC that adds even more costumes to the characters, and there is one for Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. But this was kind of the dancing outfit from the original game. It doesn't come with any extra perks. Well, we'll get into a special thing with some of these later. But one thing that I should also mention is all of the bonus outfits. These are all based off of various Atlas games in the past. Most of them are Persona, but a few of them are from other properties. So, for example, we have the Gekko-Kan High outfit, which is obviously from Persona 3. Even comes with a C's armband. Don't know why I said it like that. Yasogami High outfit. Obviously from Persona 4. Next, we have Saint Haremlin High. This is the outfit from Persona 1. So yes, even the older Persona games get some representation. Next, you have Seven Sisters High, which is the outfit from Persona 2. Next, we have Vincent's outfit. So, from Catherine. Now, I'm only showing these off from Joker, but every character has their own rendition of these outfits. The Catherine one is all a bunch of different characters, like, Mona is one of the lambs, Panther is Sea Catherine, trying to think of other characters. Going to the future characters, I believe Makoto is K Catherine. Haru is Erica. There's a few of these that are just kind of there and about. Next, we have Karu Kozaka High. This is an interesting one because this outfit is from Shin Megami Tensei If. Shin Megami Tensei If is essentially the precursor to the Persona series. I believe it introduced a bunch of different elements that Persona would go on to use. I believe like the collective unconscious and that sort of thing. So that's an interesting one. Butler, Christmas, dancewear, and now we have a couple others. So the last three are the Shadow Ops uniform from the Shadow Operatives from Persona 4 Arena. Next is the Samurai Garb, the outfit from Shin Megami Tensei 4. And finally, the Yumizuki High. Weird that this is a school uniform, but it is from Devil Summoner, I believe. Or at least one of the Devil Summoner games. And what's also interesting is that each of the costumes that are from a different series, they also come with their own battle music. So instead of doing Last Surprise, or in this case, Takeover, you would get instead the battle music from the respective games. So for example, if we went in with the Gekko-Kan High outfit, Mass Destruction would play. Yasogami would be Reach Out to the Truth. So those types of things. It would be a song that represents the series that it is from. So that's also interesting. And an interesting thing to note with the music is that the music is determined by whatever Joker is wearing. So I'll go ahead and switch up everyone's outfits to a bunch of different things. So Skull, we'll give him the Samurai Guard. Mona, we will give him... Mona is actually kind of interesting because he has a few different ones. He's got Burrows, which is just a pure white cat. And then... Because Burrows, I think that's Shin Megami Tensei 4. And then Godo, which is from Devil Summoner. I'll keep him in the Godo one. And then Panther, we'll go ahead and give her... we'll give her the Seven Sisters High outfit. So, a lot of different series that are being represented. Now, since this is basically a New Game Plus run, I think I'm going to try to show off various different costumes. It's somewhere. However, kind of taking into account the GeckoCon outfit, you might be wondering why exactly I'm stealing everything when I have a ton of money, and mostly it's for things to potentially make into infiltration tools. Not that I really need them. But if we ambush an enemy,
I'll reveal your true form.
Oh, really?
The first move is ours.
Guess I'm gonna have to switch controllers after this. But yeah, like I said, mass destruction plays as opposed to takeover.
I'm not done.
So, again, the music only changes with whatever Joker has equipped. So, if you change anyone else's outfit, you don't get any specific music tracks. It's not randomized based on what you have in your current party. It's exclusively, what does Joker have?
Looking cool, Joker.
Do it.
So, yeah. Also, in case you're wondering, cutouts don't change. Cutouts always revert back to the Phantom Thieves outfit.
All right.
They were nothing.
Also, you kind of heard at the end there, even the end, like, here's how much money and experience you got. I kind of went through that super quickly. But you did hear that it also is related to each respective game. I'm gonna switch out Jokers for... Well, I can at least show off a couple other songs. So we go with Yasogami's outfit.
I'll reveal your true form.
Now's our chance to strike.
Oh, it's not Reach Out to the Truth. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Persona 4's It's Time to Make History, not Reach Out to the Truth.
I'm not done.
Interesting.
There.
Joker took one out. All right. Joker took one out. All right.
Oh, and I still have Pickpocket. Neat. Must have been one of the abilities that I carried over from New Game Plus.
Yeah, victory.
Okay.
So that's the Persona 4 outfit. Just kind of showing off all of these once, and then I'll just stick to one outfit for the rest of the palace. So we go with the Saint Harimlin High.
Show me your
Remember,
true
this is
form.
Persona 1.
All right. The first move is ours.
Let's go.
I want to say that this is specifically Shin Megami Tensei Persona, not Revelations Persona. Because there is a distinction between the two. Even though they're both Persona 1, Shin Megami Tensei Persona is the remake on the PSP. And I want to say that this is taken from that version, and not Revelations.
Come on, Joker. Let me finish it.
Persona!
Okay.
See that again, Panther.
Go ahead and do that.
You're so gorgeous, Panther.
Oh, wait, what?
One enemy remaining. This is the last one.
Oh, whatever.
Nice work, team.
So yeah, interesting music, especially from a game that hasn't been featured on the channel before.
We beat him.
Although I guess
All right,
Time to Make
let's
History
get
was
going.
also not really featured, and I kind of went by that really quickly. I actually kind of wonder. I mean, it should always be you know what, I'm pretty sure it is the same. I don't think it changes whether or not we get an ambush or not. Okay, so yeah, nothing really new in the safe room. But in the interest of showing off more music, don't worry, I'll get to the accessories soon enough, as soon as I'm done with this. I have not forgotten about that. Next, we'll head on over to the Seven Sisters High.
Now then.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mona. So yeah, Mona just gives us a ton of things. I'm not sure if he did that before. But one thing that's interesting is the Thief Assist. So, before, I believe this was just the auto recover function, which is still here as well. But it also gives you a chance to just use one of your Thieves tool as a kind of a shortcut key, I guess you could think of it as.
I can see it.
However,
I'll reveal
let's
your
go ahead
true
and hear
form.
this.
The first move is ours.
To be honest, I'm not sure which track it is. I want to say it's from Innocent Sin. Like the original Innocent Sin, actually. Not 100% sure on that. But, yeah. Persona 2 battle theme.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Really need to learn not to just go through it super quickly. So that's Seven Sisters outfit. Next is Vincent. So Catherine's outfit.
There's 2 enemies. Don't underestimate them.
I'm trying to remember where this is from Catherine.
Let's see.
I mean, I would assume it would be one of the bosses,
Persona.
but
Copy it.
I honestly don't
Mine.
remember.
Cool. Looking cool, Joker.
Persona. There.
Well, at any rate,
Joker took one out. All right. This is a holdup.
go ahead and get an item.
That's an okay item.
Could have been better.
Who's next?
Yeah, victory.
And then the end thing is just the end of stage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you get from the Catherine outfit. Next is Karu Kozaka. Okay, so from Shin Megami Tensei If. Also. I won't be showing off everything that's kind of old in the palaces, but since I am showing off all the costumes, kind of need some enemies in order to do something with all of this. So, let's go ahead and try to get through this as much as possible. But first, tutorials.
Now then.
Oh! I thought this was the introduction to hiding, which is why I was speeding through it. But no, now I can finally show off what exactly is different with Baton Pass.
I'll reveal your true form.
Okay, I'll show you an example first. You better watch closely. Use this this opportunity to baton pass and swap your turn with someone else.
Roger.
So, baton pass, again, functionally the same, but it has been greatly improved upon. So, you trigger it the same as how you did before. You either target an enemy's weakness or you hit them with a critical hit. So, also, when you pass the baton to someone else, their attack power also increases. However, there is something a bit more. If you manage a baton pass to everyone, the last person will be able to use any skill at 0 cost, so without any SP or HP needed to be used.
Now strike the enemy's weakness and give the baton pass a try.
What's
Baton pass
also
makes it stronger.
interesting
Let's
is
go.
the fact that we have this from the start.
You're mine.
By that, I mean we can baton pass to anyone immediately. So, normally, we wouldn't be able to baton pass to Mona, but doesn't matter. Even if we hadn't hung out with Skull, wouldn't have mattered. We can baton pass to literally anyone, regardless of where we are in their confidants. The ability to baton pass to someone has been taken out from every single confidant and is now just an innate ability, which makes it super helpful, especially with new party members. So, while not really a problem with Panther,
Go ahead.
Another baton pass.
for characters later on, like Makoto or Haru or even Yusuke, like every other party member where you had to basically the dungeon that you got them in, they were kind of gimped a little bit because you couldn't baton pass to them. Now, no longer a problem. So yeah, Baton Pass is greatly expanded, and even better, you can upgrade Baton Passes. You can upgrade it from each individual character. We won't have the ability to upgrade Baton Pass for a little bit, but it is something that we will eventually be able to do.
Nice going.
So yes, while still as helpful as always, it is now even better. I believe there was... I kind of wrote down in my notes some things that were a bit different, which I've kind of been preoccupied by showing off all sorts of different music. But we're almost done with that. We've got 3 more outfits to go over. So next is the Shadow Ops outfit. Okay. So again, I won't be showing off every single palace in its entirety. I'm mostly going to restrict it to the new stuff. But I would like to try to get all of the costumes and music out first. Damn it.
Listen up. Now, let's carry out our plan.
So hiding works exactly the same as before. It hasn't changed whatsoever. Yeah, so all we have to do is just X to hide. Again, no changes. You're completely hidden regardless of where you are shown. And you can always get an ambush if you're attacking someone from cover.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours!
And the typical theme from Persona 4 Arena.
Come. Go down.
Joker took one out! Alright,
But this essentially functions as a normal fight. So again,
over yet.
I can baton pass to Mona,
Go, go,
which is not something you could have done in Kamoshida's Palace in the original game.
Who's
We
next?
took them all out.
So yeah, baton pass. Super nice.
Whoa, damn.
Right.
So we can also, I believe we could do this before, but we can use the right stick while hiding to kind of take a look at our surroundings. Using the left stick allows us to change direction. Something that is a little bit interesting, but not really all that helpful, is that you can loot treasure chests if you are nearby a hiding spot. So, you can do it. Not sure it's super helpful. One thing that is kind of helpful, though, is that you can use the directional stick to change where exactly you want to target. So, you can use the left and right on the D-pad to change your destination to hide someplace else. Up would be to focus on a nearby enemy, and down would be to focus on a treasure chest. So that's actually a little bit helpful if you want to either change your hiding spot or go and try to attack an enemy.
No match for me.
Alright, so that leaves a couple more. So next is the samurai outfit.
I can feel
It's a
it.
shadow. Watch out, Joker.
Oh goodness! Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that.
Your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours.
I don't know, like I played Shin Megami Tensei 4 and I'm not too thrilled on like the battle theme if I'm being completely honest.
Ravage them.
But whatever.
That was just
Oh.
a taste of my power.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. So that right there, what just showed up? Wow, really wasn't expecting to talk about this anytime soon. That is kind of the game's own set of achievements. So basically,
Alright.
I mentioned this before, but in the options there's something called the Thieves' Den. And in the Thieves' Den, one of the many things that are there are various achievements in the game, which are different from the trophies that are officially recognized, like, on your PlayStation account. Hey, I leveled up. So, that right there was one of the various... Oh, hey, I'm not wearing any glasses. That was one of the various achievements that you could get, and it's from downing a certain amount of enemies using guns. Didn't realize I would be getting to that. Alright, but we're down to the last outfit, at least that has any sort of music associated with it. So go ahead, steal the volleyball, and we can head on in here.
Joker.
Which this functions exactly the same and there's no enemies, so I'm just gonna skip on ahead. Okay, so now that we've gotten the map,
I hope someone comes soon. My sword's thirsty for blood. I'll reveal
What's
your
up?
true form.
Now's our chance to strike! Go!
Interesting battle team. I've never actually heard this one before.
It's time. Ravage them.
You missed? Come on, Joker! What did you think? Graceful? Stylish?
Love the trumpets, though.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
That's a little too easy.
So that is all of the old paid costumes. There are some new ones. I think some that also kind of give some new music. I'm trying to remember what all there was. The only one that comes to... I know there's some for Dancing in Starlight, and I know there's also some for Persona Q2. There's a few others that are new, but I'm not sure they really change any sort of... Oh no, there's one for the Velvet attendants as well, and that also changes music. For right now, though, we'll wear... For this, I'd like to at least kind of still show off a takeover a little bit. So let's go ahead and put on the butler outfit. Have a fancy monocle and everything.
I can see it. Careful. I saw a shadow.
Alright. So, from here, I'm going to... Well, actually, no, there's something else that I need to show off. But let me take care of this guy first.
Show me your true form. Okay. Man, that was easy.
Okay, so alongside all the different costumes that have all the different music, we also saw that there were a ton of accessories that are even associated with each of the games. And each of them also has a lot, and I mean a lot, of different abilities. So, I'll go over them very briefly, since the descriptions are very much applicable. Well, they're shown right here. So, the Team Glasses, which is from the Persona 4 outfit, gives you extra experience. So you get 15% more experience whenever you have these equipped. And again, these can be equipped to anyone, which is why you have 9 copies of them given to you. The C's armband gives you extra money, so you get 15% more money whenever you have this equipped. I'm not sure if it stacks. But if you need more money, which we really don't, but in the base game, if you need more money, there's that. The Sevens emblem from the Seven Sisters High gives you Hide, which means that a party member who has this will be less likely to be targeted by attacks. Saint Hermelin badge from the Persona 1 high school nullifies Bless and Curse skills, so it nullifies Light and Dark. I want to say that also nullifies the insta-kill moves. So, very helpful, especially if you're worried about being insta-killed. ARM PC. This is ARM computer with the Demon Summoner program. I'm not sure which one this is from. I want to say it's from Shin Megami Tensei If, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, this one grants all stats plus 3, plus increases your SP by 20. So, a nice little boost. Not super helpful, but can be helpful for, like, the beginning of the game. Next is the Midnight Bandana, which is actually from the dancing outfit. Actually, I wonder if the dancing one does change music. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But basically, the bandana from the Dancing All Night increases the power of your all-out attacks. Then you have just an evoker, which is weird that we have a C's armband and an evoker, but whatever. And increases your gun accuracy by 5%. Pretty good for someone like Panther, whose accuracy isn't the best. But, nah, there are better accessories that you can get. The Lamb's Pillow from Catherine decreases the chance of being inflicted with status ailment. So, as it says, it gives you Fortify Spirit. Next is Gauntlet from Shin Megami Tensei 4, which gives you Samurai Spirit, which increases your evasion from critical attacks and magical attacks. And then the Kuzo no Huna Tubes, which would be from... Yeah, I think that would be from Demon Summoner. So this one decreases the HP and SP cost of skills by a quarter. So again, really helpful. I'm kind of good with what I've got. I think I'm gonna change Skull and Mona's accessories. I'm gonna switch on over to the dance one, just in case that does actually change music. I can show that off. But otherwise, I'm just gonna move on ahead to the next thing that's new.
Whoa!
I had no idea you could get here. Huh. That's weird, because I just kind of saw this little purple area, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could actually get to it. And you can.
Focus.
Huh. Wow, this is very interesting. I had no idea this even existed.
I have something.
Interesting. I had no idea you could do that. Huh. Again, you learn new things every time you play this game. I honestly didn't think that you could do this. But apparently there's more than one way to infiltrate. Huh. More than one way to infiltrate the area, or create just different shortcuts. Neat.
A safe room might be close.
I can feel it. There's a trap.
Oh.
Okay, so, I mean, there are lock chests, but I just wanted to show this off.
Oh.
I have a perma-pick! Thank you, New Game Plus! Ooh, Night Watch armor, which is not really super helpful to us now. Oh, well.
Show me your true form.
All right. The first move is ours.
Okay. I guess the dancing outfit does come with its own music.
I'm not done.
Okay, a remix of Reach Out to the Truth was from this one. Interesting. But it also gives me a chance to show off a brand new shadow, which is Kate Sith. So, as you would expect from kind of an enhanced, well, I guess not enhanced, but it is a remake of a Persona game like Persona 3 FES or Persona 4 Golden. It adds more personas for you to get. And in Kamoshida's Palace, there is one new persona that you can recruit, and that is Kate Sith.
To hit its weak point.
So Kate Sith, weak to wind and resists electricity.
It's time. You're mine.
Looking
Do
cool,
that.
Joker.
Switch on over to Mona.
Pass the baton and follow up.
Just
And
stay
let's
there.
go ahead and recruit Kate Sith.
Cool, right?
You know, since I've already gotten him, there's no real point. There are differences in negotiation. I don't think there's really anything that we have that would be any different at this point in time. But whatever. Go ahead and recruit Kate Sith to our team.
Not bad.
Okay.
It is kind of weird, but I imagine the Persona 5 dancing game just has their own music from Dancing in Starlight. Okay, well, it'd be nice to continue to hear Reach Out to the Truth. It also explains why the main Persona 4 one is Time to Make History. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you guys where the next new thing is. So one thing that is quite a bit different is that there's this brand new area in Kamoshida's castle.
Come on, man.
So, we actually have a brand new puzzle area. So, this is where we entered our current area in, and I believe there was just a door there before. But now we have more of these sorts of puzzles with pulling the lever.
Do you think...
So we start from here, and then pull this one.
Do you think... Piece of cake.
So I guess it kind of shows you a bit more on actually utilizing third eye.
This... I see.
Well,
So again, like I mentioned, this is mostly just making you really utilize third eye by introducing a brand new dining room area for you to really explore here. And it is a bit puzzle-like, since you do need to worry about certain areas opening and closing. But honestly, like, as long as you just have third eye activated, you'll very much know what exactly you need to do in order to get this done. It's not really so much trial and error, so much as hold down L2 and just keep going. So, activate this one. That opens some bars elsewhere. Climb in through this duct. Surprisingly, no quips from my party members.
focus.
And then get back into third eye, where there is stuff and
All right, a chest.
a treasure. With some sooty gear.
Hey, wait!
So yes, you have the various sooty pieces of equipment. Now, before, they were only really available in chests in palaces as well as in mementos. But you can negotiate with certain shadows and can even get it as a guaranteed drop from other shadows. So you have the potential to gain a lot of
And...
dirty equipment that you can make, you can clean off. course, you still don't really want to use the clean off parts by yourself, because that, of course, wastes time. But there is a way for you to gain even more just dirty equipment. So keep that in mind.
Show me your true form. Okay.
They were too weak to bother with.
There is still a few other
Look,
things
a
here.
treasure chest.
For example,
Why don't we crack it open?
treasure chests that we could have seen from this portion down here. I guess I should also mention that treasure chests are also remixed, so they all have different items in them. Not sure I'll be showing off every single one of them, but just another thing to keep in mind. And we're gonna go ahead and ambush you!
Okay. Focus. Piece of cake.
Okay, was this pantry area? I don't remember if this pantry area was in the original version. But one thing I should note is that there's a locked door here.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so I want to say this pantry area is new. So, very simple. You just gotta get on top of these shelves, go through yet another duct. And then we get on over here.
Nice. Okay, let's go.
Pretty sure we had something
Hey,
similar
we can get it from
before,
here.
but whatever.
Show me your true form.
Wow.
So, kind of skipped on over this part, but that was basically the introduction to shadow negotiations, which we've already kind of seen before, but... Well, actually, no, it wasn't shadow negotiations, it was shadows begging for their lives. But, it has changed a little bit. It's still the same thing, you still have these same types of personalities, and you have to choose a response that best matches that personality. But the game actually gives you a much better indication on what exactly a shadow is wanting to hear. So for example, upbeat shadows like jokey answers. Timid shadows like kind answers. You've got irritable shadows, which like serious answers, gloomy like vague answers. And when you get to a certain point, Mona will straight up tell you, like, what types of answers to specifically be on the lookout for. I think he's kind of vague at the beginning, and I think maybe later on gets a little bit more specific. And that responsibility goes to whoever is in charge of navigation. So it will be Morgana at first, and then when you get to a certain point, it will switch to Futaba.
It's somewhere.
But... Get ourselves a breeze ring. Which is our introduction to the skills that are associated with accessories, which we've already gone over. So that one would potentially give us Garu to whoever equipped it. I'm perfectly fine with what I've got with everyone at the moment.
Yeah, perfect.
So we open that up, we'll steal what's in here, and then we'll move on over to this area.
I don't think we're going any further this way.
Should we check somewhere else?
Wait, look up there.
What about it? Are we throwing a rope over that and climbing it?
Phantom thieves do things a bit more stylishly than that. And I know just what'll do the trick. Good. Seems like it fits properly.
I mean, it fits, but what the heck is this thing?
That's just a little something I've been working on in secret. The grappling hook lets you zip to hard-to-reach locations in a flash. You'll see what I'm talking about when you test it out. Go ahead, give it a try.
So now we have access to the grappling hook.
Okay.
So the grappling hook is a brand new feature added in Royal. And also why Joker has one in Smash. Anyway, the grappling hook will allow you to access various areas that you wouldn't be able to reach ordinarily. There's any sort of different things that it's useful for, whether part of it is progression, part of it is extra treasure, and just offshoots that lead to bonuses. You'll know when you're near a grappling point when your hand will glow blue and you can kind of hear the grappling hook begin to beep. Third Eye will also help you determine where exactly it is that you need to be positioned in order to get to where you need to go. So you see, hand is blue, and you can hear it beep. Kind of get far enough away, and you don't really hear it, but you still see that it's blue, which means we're kind of in the nearby vicinity. What we need to do is basically target where exactly it is that we need to go. So you'll see that there's those blue waves right there. And when we're facing it and we're in the right direction, we press L1.
Man, oh man, this is amazing!
This is amazing!
Nice going!
So that is the power of the grappling hook.
I can see it.
And while we could jump down here... Oh,
This
wait
is
a minute.
Good position.
Oh. There's an enemy that spawned where we were just at. That's why that's there. And that's why I heard an enemy pop in.
Alright, a chest!
So anyway, heading up leads to a treasure chest. With some more dirty armor. And where we need to go is down here.
Hey.
Now, there is quite a bit of a change with powerful enemies. So let me show you all just how much
Show
they've
me your true form.
changed. So, savage enemies, or powerful enemies as I like to call them, they look exactly the same as before, where they will visibly have a red aura around them. They are, again, more powerful than the typical enemies that you'll find in that same given area. But there are quite a few differences when it comes to these enemies. For one, you can't negotiate with them unless they are extremely low on HP. So, you'll remember before where my advice to fight these things was to knock them down and then ask for money. You can't do that this time around. You have to basically weaken them until they're almost to the point of death before they will even talk to you. Of course, you can't always run away. Running away is always an option.
This one's strong against
Now,
gunshot.
in this case,
Don't
it's
waste your
still
bullets.
Bareth. So, the actual enemy that it is, I don't think really changes all that much. But you'll also see that the item drop that it has, the Sooty Heavy Armor. If you manage to defeat savage enemies, they will always drop dirty armor. So they can be a very good source to be able to get any sort of dirty armor. Now, you might be wondering, well, if you kill a lot of them, is there any real point in holding on to a bunch of these dirty armor? Like, you could maybe sell them to EY or maybe get Kawakami to come around, but that would take a long time for you to actually get around to doing that. And to that, I would say yes. Grab onto as much dirty armor as you can, even if you have zero intention on even cleaning it. There is a reason for that, but that's not something that we'll be able to see for quite some time. So in the meantime, I'm going to switch on over to Silky and use Bufu.
They're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
So you'll see that he just has those dots there. And if we try to talk to him, it won't work. This is why you cannot negotiate with them right away.
Do it.
Now, thankfully, we are super powerful, and we can do a lot of damage with all our attacks. You can't really do that normally, but it's just because I have very good weapons on me. So we'll go ahead and finish off Bareth with our overpowered weapons. And you also get basically the same amount of experience and money. So 60 experience points and 500 yen, which is pretty good for the very beginning of the game.
Okay.
So, yeah, you kind of want to be a little bit more on the lookout for savage enemies, because they can be a lot more of a pain to deal with, and they can kill you even easier than before.
Hey, look.
Now, this puzzle is pretty much the same as what it was before. There is a slight difference with this puzzle this time around.
The cognition here is weak. There may be a
but we're at a safe room.
This looks usable.
So we'll get into that next time. Oh boy, not even halfway done with the palace and we're already out of time. Oh boy. But we've gone over a lot of new things here and a lot of stuff that I didn't get a chance to talk about in the previous game. So, you know, we're still in the early games where I'm just explaining a lot of new stuff that's introduced right away. But hopefully we'll be able to get to a bit more meaningful progress next time. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. We'll continue to go through Kamoshida's palace and continue to show off everything that's new. The first thing that we'll show is the differences with the book puzzle, because the book puzzle is noticeably different this time around. But we'll get into that next time, as well as everything else that's new, because believe me, there's a lot of more new things that's coming up. So until next time, everyone, take care.